Hi, Assalamualaikum, and good morning. My name is Alif Iman. I'm presenting about my final project, which is the event of Cellcom Siswapreneur and Bootcamp, Google Bootcamp 2022. So the first day of the event, me and my classmate, which I believe and I know that, attended virtually, which is from YouTube Live, while there are some other students who attend there at the venue itself physically. So what we were doing while waiting for the event started is to scan the attendance that were given by them. So while waiting for the event started, the session started, the MC, which is Sarsi and Wani, gave a exercise to us to do some kind of activity, which when they call the university name, they have to do a cheers. So there's a lot of university in on the event itself. There are some from MSU, which is me from my university, and UPM, UIA, UKM, UUM, and many more. So at 10:30 a.m., we have a session with Mr. Liu Wei Wen, which is Discover AI in Daily Life. So from what I've learned on the topic that covered by Mr. Liu, which is Intro to Artificial Intelligence, Quick Draw, Auto Draw, Google Slide, and Google Translate. So we had a few activity. There are 3 activities that covered by Mr. Liu, which is AI document in the link that was given by Mr. Liu. So we had a Google Doc where there's an AI in it, and we answer a few questions from there, so we can determine what kind of model and learning that we get. So the next one is Quick Draw, which is an AI website where we, as the drawer, draw an image for AI in the website to guess what are the drawing that we draw. For example, I drew a car with 2 wheels and a body car, the body structure of the car, which AI compare it with the collected data that the AI has collected. So from the comparison of my drawing and the previous data of drawing that the AI has collected, it can compare and distinguish the drawing in parts. For example, the car itself has 2 wheels and the structure car, body car. So from the 2 wheels itself, AI can distinguish it is a car. So the next one is Google Slide, and in the Google Slide we can have a Google Translate tools in the Google Slide itself. So that is part of the AI that we use in daily life. So the activity next that we have been doing is to use a auto draw, which is another website, to draw a shape of whatever that we intended to draw. For example, if we try to draw a soccer ball, the auto draw AI will automatically try to distinguish and understand what the drawing that we drew. So for example, if we draw a circle, they will automatically give us the option what drawing that we're trying to draw, and we can click from it, and the drawing itself will replace our drawing and become the soccer ball. After that, we put it in the Google slide and have a translation flashcard. So there are benefits of AI in our daily life and cons as well, which is the pros is it has speed, consistency, and accuracy. That's what AI can offer us. Excuse me. And for the cons is it can showing bias, making mistake, and automating human jobs. So now it's a lunch break. So they given us a lunch break to us to have our food and have our rest until 2 p.m. So for each session that we had, we have a feedback survey and attendance form to ensure us focusing on the event itself. So for the first session, which is the AI in our daily life, has been given to us. So we fill it in. So after lunch break, we are on the next session, which is launching of the event. So the one that launched the event was Mr. Arihan Haji Abdullah, Head of Corporate Responsibility and Government Relationship, Selcom Aziata Berhad. So the next, what Mr. Arihan did was giving us a speech on the Selcom event itself. So after that, after Mr. Arihan speech, the launching of the event, came YB Dato Professor Dr. Husaini bin Omar, which is Director General Ministry of Higher Education, to give a speech and to have a Q&A session. So there are a lot of people who are asking from the event physically and online. So there are some particular students who ask questions such as Atika Shazwani. She asked, nowadays fresh graduate had a difficulty to get jobs because most of the company requirement is to have a job experience. So the answer from director itself said that it is normal to fresh graduate having no experience when asked by the company of employment itself, because some company came out with a program called pre-executive that is better than internship, where they employ you and training you at the same time. So that's what director is working on to implement and ensure that kind of program is implemented in all of the company itself. So the next question that I remember from the event Q&A session is myself, which I asked a question. I would like to ask a question to director. Is what I said to them to the chat online, virtual chat in YouTube live. I introduced myself, so I asked, what is Prof opinion on today's education standard? Has it evolved to be better or worse, especially after COVID? But I did not get the answer because the director itself asked me the question, what do I think about the question that I give? And that's the end of the unanswered question. So the session end and the MC asked the honorable guests to stand on the stage for photo session, where they had an monument of trophy or award to give to director. So next we have a lucky draw where you can get a prize from Celcom. So after the session ended for lucky draw, Hanis Shafika, which is one of the MC friend, I think, asked us to do a cheers for our exercise. Of course, after that we have attendance and feedback also after the grand opening of the event. So after the session of official launching of Celcom Entrepreneurial at Google Bootcamp 2022, we had a break for a while, and after that we have a session of connect and collaboration with Google with Miss Ho Mei San. So from what I have learned from Miss Ho is how to create an event, send invitation to guests using Smartsheet and file sharing, communicate in group and one to another, and Google Meet of video conferencing for everyone. So we had a Google Calendar, Google Docs, Google Chat, and Google Meet. How to use it efficiently by Miss Ho Mei San. So after the event with Miss Ho, we have another break, which is we'll be back at 8 p.m. So meanwhile, we have attendance for the session just now and the feedback for another lucky draw. So following with another session, which is creating your own brand on social media by Mr. Muhammad Hakim. So Mr. Muhammad Hakim teaches a lot of things about social media and the three content of pillar strategy, which is educate, inspire, and promote. And according to the speaker itself, we can have our own personal branding through social media such as Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram, and many more, by understand ourselves and understand the audience, like what are the things that public see in us, identify our own goals, what the audience want from you, what the content should be. So there are three applications to create content and generate leads, as Mr. Muhammad Hakim has covered, which is Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. For example, Instagram, 1 billion monthly user. Largest age group is from 25 until 34, which they averagely spending their time per day is by 30 minutes, 29 minutes to be exactly. So we have another quiz. From each session, we have a quiz to answer so that we can have lucky draw winners to get a gift. As for online, we'll be receiving the online gift by focusing and participating in the chat box of YouTube Live. As for physical, they will call out their name. So day 2, which is on 30th October 2022 on Sunday. So what we had is started at 8:30 a.m., which is breakfast. So we have our breakfast, and the student at the event itself have their breakfast. So we have our attendance and waiting for the session to begin. So the session began is by Mr. Michael Teo, which is 10 shortcut to landing your own dream job. So he is a 2 times national youth icon. So he's quite a famous and great person. So from what we have by Mr. Michael Teo is he told us the story about how he being an entrepreneur and how he was bullied in the past. It is quite shocking that we learned that a great person being bullied in the past and thrive to be better, and how he managed to be great the way that he is today. So as he covered, the one of the many things that we need to have is great mindset. We cannot let the bad things affect the positive future that we have. So what we need to have is a great mindset. And so we have an activity by Mr. Michael Teo, which is to select a picture from online that best represent you. Tell your name to the people, and we have some kind of ice breaking session, which is he asked what is your favorite food, your hometown, favorite holiday destination, favorite animals. You have to tell it to the people. So the next advice or list of the things that he wants to cover is to have a skill set. There's a lot of things that we can do to have this skill set, like by knowledge, by being more positive, have a bigger purpose, sharpen our skill via volunteering, and many more. So as he went on and on, he covered all the topics what we need to understand regarding of shortcut that to land our dream jobs. And after that, we had a session of quiz and feedback and also attendance for this session. So there will be a lucky draw after that. So after that, we have our breaks, and we had our next session, which is forum by employability versus entrepreneurship. The forum be covering by Encik Shazmi Ali, Puan Zatalini Zulkifli, Puan Normi Azura, and Encik Giva Kupusami. So they all have a very high position, which is like vice president title that they hold, senior communication director, assistant director, CEO and founder. So after the forum, they have a photo session at the physical venue, in front of the stage, we accompany with the 4 speaker from the forum. After that, we have a lunch break and lucky draw session, and closing speech by Mr. Arihan bin Haji Abdullah, Head Corporate Responsibility and Government Relationship, Selcom Aziata Berhad. So there's a prize giving, photo session, lunch, and that is the end of the event. So from what I have learned throughout this event is very memorable and educational, because it is something that I have never ever experienced it before, because it is life changing. For example, YB Director, Minister of Higher Education, YB Dato' Professor Dr. Husaini bin Omar, has given me and all the students very satisfied answer that could help us in the future. For example, the question about company that employ people who have job experience. So it is a great knowledge to learn that there are program of pre-executive where it is employment and training at the same time, which is better than internship, which I can use this in my future references and maybe take part of the program. And I learned a lot about the AI, which is previously I did not know before. I did not know that we can use I did not know that we can use the Google slide the way that the speaker shown us, which is very amazing, and it's great experience for me. So I can learn and use it in my future assignment and presentation maybe. So that's all from me. Thank you so much, and I hope this video satisfied the presentation of the final project. Thank you.